My name is Amy Catherine Johnson, and I'm from Hertfordshire. I live at home with my family, which includes my mum, my dad, my brother, and my 2 dogs, Stan and Ernie. I'm currently studying for my MA in film and TV production part-time, which is sometimes a challenge as I have a lot going on outside of the safety of uni. I guess the most significant time in my life was when I was diagnosed. In 2003, at the age of 9, I was diagnosed with Leigh syndrome, which is a rare mitochondrial disease. There was a misdiagnosis of a brain tumour as I had lost my eyesight, could no longer walk, feed myself, clothe myself, and my behaviour had completely changed. I was no longer myself or the good child that I once was. I suppose that diagnosis was the beginning of my whole life changing forever. Because it was such a rare diagnosis, I was admitted onto psychiatric wards because of the mitochondria causing a chemical imbalance in my brain. So much has happened that I can't even put into words, but I'm deeply traumatised. I have complex PTSD from my childhood and even my adulthood. I suffer from anxiety and depression, and because of what this diagnosis has done to me. I suppose because I look the way that I do and I don't want to cause a fuss, I've been put in lots of situations where it's been too dangerous, and people in positions of power have taken advantage of me. I have a voice now, and I plan on using it. A typical day never looks the same, really. With mitochondrial disease, it's so unpredictable. So one day I can be completely fine and look really well, and then because I've done too much and used up too much energy, I can be really ill. But I suppose a typical day looks like me chasing up hospital appointments, resting, being around either friends or family. And I'm also involved with a charity called the Lily Foundation, who have connected me with people who are in the same boat as myself, which is lovely because I've never really met anyone on the same treatment as myself. It sometimes makes me feel quite lonely and isolated. I'm quite fearful of the condition and how progressive it is. So I spend a lot of time talking to other people and asking them questions. Because it's such a rare diagnosis, no one knows what the future holds. And that can be a bit scary, especially when I want to do so much. But I know that I want to have fun while I'm able to and make a difference where I can. My family have been supportive, but to be honest, they've caused a lot of additional problems. My problems have stemmed mainly from my family and extended family, but I'm working on my relationship with them, and we're learning to be more open and honest with each other. We love each other deeply, and because I have such a rare diagnosis, that's made a difference in how loved ones have been with me, when all I've ever wanted to be was to be normal. With friends, it's completely different, and I'm trying to find my people. My teenage years were incredibly isolating and lonely, and I spent a lot of time in hospital and on my own. So I never really had friends. My whole world was my family and hospitals. I stopped going to school, so I didn't have that outlet. It was incredibly unhealthy. I 100% think that past decisions have contributed to my current growth, in both positive and negative ways, but I'm finding my strength and using my voice every day, and hopefully that will make a difference. I never want to be a victim of my circumstances. It's easy to sit and focus on the negatives, but I want to focus on the positives and use the negatives to grow into a better and more empathetic person. I 100% have regrets. I mean, you haven't really lived if you don't have regrets. I regret certain people having access to me and my care. I would love to work in the TV industry, in the future obviously. I would love to work on reality TV shows like Married at First Sight or sports-based reality shows like A League of Their Own. I would also love to use what I've been through as a way of making a difference to not only people with mitochondrial disease and people with illnesses, but also abuse victims. I've been the victim of multiple types of abuse when I've been unwell and defenceless, and I hope by me speaking up and making sense of things, I'm able to support others going through a similar thing. Basically, I have a lot of dreams, and my number one dream is to work in TV. I don't know how feasible it is with my life trauma and all the care and support that I now have available to me. But that's what I want. It's what I go to bed dreaming about, working in television. TV makes me happy.